Shabbat Shalom, family. The topic and the title of today's lesson is, Howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with the hands of men. As always, family, crack open your scriptures, get out your pen and paper, and let's dive deep into today's lesson. Let's pick up today's lesson over in the book of Acts chapter 14, and we're going to pick it up at verse 9. Book of Acts chapter 14, verse 9. The same heard Shaul or Paul speak, who steadfastly beholding him and perceiving that he had faith to be healed, said with a loud voice, Stand upright on thy feet, and he leaped and walked. And when the people saw what Shaul or Paul had done, they lifted up their voices, saying, in the speech of Lacedonia, the gods are come down to us in the likeness of men. Verse 12, and they called Barnabas Jupiter and Paul Mercurius, because he was the chief speaker. Then the priest of Jupiter, which was before their city, brought oxen and garland unto the gates, and would have done sacrifice with the people. When which the apostles Barnabas and Paul heard of this, they rent their clothes and ran in among the people, crying out. Look on the screen, family. Let's go into a greater detail as to what was going on in Acts chapter 14, verse 13. It reads as follows. It describes the priest of Zeus and the people of Lysteria attempting to offer sacrifices to Paul and Barnabas after they healed a crippled man. The crowd mistaking Paul and Barnabas for the Greek powers, gods, Hermes and Zeus, brought oxen and garland to the gates, the city gates, intending to worship them. This incident highlights the contrast between the true Elohim, not God, and pagan idolatry, and the apostles' strong reaction against being worshipped. Here's a more detailed breakdown in context. Paul and Barnabas were in Lysteria, a city in Macedonia, during the first missionary journey. The miracle, they had just healed a man who had been crippled since birth, causing the crowd to be astonished. The people of Lysteria, unfamiliar with the power or Most High of the scriptures, mistakenly believed that Paul and Barnabas were Greek powers, Hermes identified with Paul, and Zeus identified with Barnabas, as mentioned in Acts chapter 14, verse 12. Family, did you know that the King James Version, which was translated in the year 1611, was not the first English translation of the scriptures? The Tyndale scripture, which they call Bible, was translated in the year 1526, and the Wycliffe scriptures predate that. What is interesting is that Tyndale never translated the Greek word ecclesia as church, but congregation or congregation. He does use the word church twice, but only in reference to pagan temples, as we just covered in the book of Acts chapter 14, verse 13, and in the book of Acts chapter 19, verse 37. Ecclesia is not used in either of these verses. So according to Tyndale, a congregation was a people who were quadosh, and churches or cirques. Church comes from the word cirque family, Circe, were buildings for religious purposes, including pagan temples.